shelf. And I really enjoy making these videos. They're a lot of fun. They also require like zero preparation because the point of the video is to just go into it blindly. And also it works out because I have like too many books to be read that I own. So yeah, I've chosen 7 random books from my DVR, and we'll be reading the first sentence of each book together. So let's start. This is the first book. Intimacies by Katie Kitamura. So this book, it was one of Barack Obama's favorite 2021 reads. A New York Times top 10 book of 2021, longlisted for the 2021 National Book Award in Fiction. So yeah, I've heard like amazing things about it. It is about it looks like it's about a couple characters, an interpreter that works at a museum, and then she's drawn into a bunch of personal dramas. Her lover Adrian is married. Her friend witnesses a seemingly random act of violence. She's pulled into an explosive political controversy. Yeah, so it's not that long. Let's see what the first sentence is. Oh, and it's like blurbed by a couple authors I really like. Brandon Taylor. I've never read anything from this author, but I do have a book on my DVR. So I love Brandon Taylor. I love Garth Greenwell. I love Raven Leilani. So it gives me hope. Let's see. First sentence. Okay. The first sentence is, it is never easy to move to a new country, but in truth, I was happy to be away from New York. Okay, interesting. I feel like a lot of books, people move to New York, but in this one, they're moving out of New York. She doesn't like New York. Cool. Okay, I like that. I give that like a solid. What am I rating it out of? I can't remember what I did in the other videos. I don't think I rated. Let's just move on to the second one and then we'll see in comparison. The next book I have is The Night Watchmen by Louise Erdrich. So I've read 2 other books by Louise Erdrich, I'm not sure. But yeah, I've read The Hounds and The Roundhouse, and loved both of those. Let's see, this one is about a night watchman at a jewel-bearing plant near the Turtle Mountain Reservation in rural North Dakota. It's 1953, and it's based on the author's grandfather, who carried the fight against native dispossession from rural North Dakota to Washington, D.C. So yeah, I mean, it's like in own voices. She is an indigenous author as well. And her books are so interesting, so well written. But let's see the first sentence of this one. Okay, it says Thomas Wazashk. It's Wazhashk. Removed his thermos from his armpit and set it on the steel desk alongside his scuffed briefcase. Okay, so we've got a character name, and that's about it. So, I'm gonna put that one below intimacies. So. Yeah, I mean, that didn't tell me anything besides his name. Next book I have is Sweet Bitter by Stephanie Danler. intrigued. It does make me intrigued and makes me want to keep reading. Okay, next book. I have The Sweetness of Water by Nathan Harris. Didn't realize the cover is like so textured. It's like grainy. But let's see. It was part of Oprah's book club in 2021. Longlisted for the 2021 Booker Prize. Oh, yeah. It has like a lot of. It was a very popular book. I immediately got sad vibes from it. Like, I know it's gonna be really heartbreaking and sad. Let's see. It takes place in the waning days of the Civil War in rural Georgia. Brothers Prentice and Landry, freed by the Emancipation Proclamation, seek refuge. Okay. They find, like, husband and wife who lost their son in the war, and they hire the brothers to work their farm. And the brothers are trying to save money to make the journey north. Parallel to their story, it runs a forbidden romance between two Confederate soldiers recently returned from the war. When the young man's secret is discovered, the resulting chaos, including a murder, unleashes convulsive repercussions on the entire community. I'm depressed already, guys. That sounds really sad. So I mean, I'm gonna love it. Okay, let's see what this first sentence. Okay. First sentence. An entire day had passed since George Walker had spoken to his wife. Okay. Also, it's kind of like the Night Watchmen. We got a character name, and that's about it. Him and his wife haven't spoken, so there's something going on in the marriage there, which we know from the back. They lost a son in the war, so okay. I think I'm gonna put this third. So intimacies, sweet bitter, and then this one. Yeah. Let's do that. Sorry about that, guys. I had to cut that because the neighbors are playing music very loudly. You might be able to hear it still, but my window was open, so I had to close it. But anyway, before I was interrupted, I was gonna say the next book I have is You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwake Emezi, who is the author of The Death of Vivek Oji, one of my favorite books, for sure. It's really, really sad book, gorgeously written, and I mean, just judging from this title, I'm gonna guess that it might be kind of sad as well. But the cursive is so hard to trace backwards. Okay, a young woman. It's been 5 years since the accident that killed the love of her life. And I think she's kind of like moved on with her life, or trying to move on with her life. She's dating again. Yeah. It says, ooh, okay. She's even started dating the perfect guy, but their new relationship might be sabotaged before it has a chance by the overwhelming desire Faye feels every time she locks eyes with the one person who is most definitely off limits, his father. Oh, scandalous. Okay, let's see what the first sentence is. Oh my gosh. Shook. Okay, the first sentence is Milan was the first person Faye had fucked since the accident. Immediately, spot number one. Like, hello. That is the sentence that grabs you immediately. Okay, you're number one. I want to read that like right now. That was shocking. Okay. Oops. Next. We've got Modern Lovers by Emma Straub. Ah, cursive again. Okay. I can't remember if I've read Emma Straub or not, but I always hear good things about this book. I know it follows like a group of friends. Let's see. An irresistibly smart and entertaining novel about a tight-knit group of friends from college. Their own kids now going to college, and what it means to finally grow up well after adulthood has set in. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, they're all nearing 50 years old now. That's so interesting. I feel like you don't really read about a group of friends that are 50 years old, you know? I wonder if it follows their kids as well. Or does it just kind of follow the main group? I'm very intrigued by this. Okay, let's see the first sentence. Okay, so like the first page is like this real estate listing, so I'm gonna skip that. Okay, it says, in June, the book club was at Zoe's house, which meant that Elizabeth had to carry her heavy ceramic bowl of spinach salad with walnuts and bits of crumbled goat cheese, a grand total of half a block. Okay. I feel like that sentence gave us a lot. It's June. They have a book club. We have a Zoe and Elizabeth that live super close to each other. And they're the kind of people that eat salad with goat cheese and walnuts. That's interesting, actually. I think I'm going to put this below Aquake and Mese's book, because I kind of like that. Yeah, okay. The last book I have, which I've got to read this month, right? Oh my god. The book is wet. Oh, my desk was wet. Okay. That's unfortunate. Let me just wipe that on my leg. Okay, I've got 7 Days in June by T.O. Williams. course, over 7 days, amidst this steamy Brooklyn summer. I guess it's kind of like a second chance romance type of story between these two characters. Let's see the first sentence. Okay, it begins with I know I've asked you guys this before, prologue or chapter 1. I feel like prologue, right? Because it's like the beginning of the book. Okay. It says, in the year of our Lord 2019, 32-year-old Eva Mercy nearly choked to death on a piece of gum. I'm very interested. Yes. I like that for whatever reason. Because I want to know. It's definitely grabbed me. Second place. That's gonna be second. Okay, guys. Let me show you the final ranking. Yeah, I mean, they all sound pretty good. Especially those top few ones sound really, really good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, let me know if you've read any of these, which one you recommend.